Whiskey. It's good.
Better be.
No fight. Now remember, they'll get you in the back room, start a poker game, accuse you of cheating, and try and shoot you in the back.
Try? Who's going to stop me?
Me.
Against all these Arizona hoodlums? You better take another look around.
Of course, I realize it's risky. You can back out if you want to.
No. No, I guess I've lived long enough.
Left Dodge City for Arizona Territory. He believed that his career as a peace officer was finished. He wanted to hang up his guns and earn a modest income as a rancher or a miner. Wyatt and his brothers were soon to learn that Arizona had become the last stronghold of the outlaw, a terrifying wilderness in which sheriffs and marshals were open allies of cattle thieves and stage robbers.
Hey there! Mind if I talk to you a minute? Is this the Earp party? I'm looking for Wyatt Earp and his brothers.
What's your business?
Hey, you must be Wyatt Earp. I've got your picture here with that long barrel 45. I'm, Vic Bywater with Wells Fargo.
You could be a Wells Fargo agent.
Here's my, old-timer's ring. It fits, you'll notice.
All right, Mr. Bywater. These are my brothers. Virgil Earp, Morgan Earp, our friend, Dr. John H. Holliday, Mr. Bywater.
Howdy. I've ridden all the way from Tombstone. The company sure needs you back there.
Well, we got other plans. We're headed for Prescott.
Now, wait a minute. I vote we give the horses a rest and give Mr. Bywater here a chance to speak his piece.
Well, thank you, Marshal.
I'm not a marshal of Dodge anymore. Of course, I'm still a U.S. deputy marshal, but I'm turning that badge in, too. That looks like a good spot over there. We can talk there, Mr. Bywater.
And you can't ranch in Arizona because the Clantons and other rustlers steal your cattle. Mining's not much good either. Road agents heist the ore and bullion. Fremont, the territorial governor, he doesn't seem to care much what goes on.
Well, you're exaggerating a little, aren't you?
No, Mr. Earp. If you think so, pay a visit to Bootjack's, the first town over the line.
What's so tough about Bootjack?
You ever hear of mysterious Dave Mather?
Mather? Is he in Bootjack?
Well, he runs the camp.
And what's so special about Mather?
I want him for murdering a man by the name of Mike DeGraff in Dodge City.
Let's head for Bootjack, Wyatt. I want Mather, too.
Now, hold on, Doc. We're heading for Prescott, remember? We're 2 days late now. My wife's going to be worried sick.
Well, you go on and take the trail to Prescott. You and Morgan. Doc, go pick out a horse.
Well, the company really needs you in Tombstone. Oh, Mather could wait.
No, sir. DeGraff was Doc's partner. Mather shot him in the back.
I thought you buried that star.
It isn't going to take Doc and me long. I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
But we've already got an undercover man in Bootjack. Now, he knows I'm looking for you to get you to come to Tombstone. Now, the company wants to give Mather enough rope, then we can close in on him.
He's had enough rope.
Look, it's no use arguing with him. Once his mind is set, that's it. Wyatt and Doc won't need any help in the two-bit hoodlum camp. I'll just push those wagons along.
All right. Tend to it, Wyatt. We'll be crossing Apache country tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Big brother.
I'll ride along with the wagons if you've no objection.
What's the idea?
You want the solemn truth? Wells Fargo wants all the Earps I could find. I'm still hoping to hire you.
We might consider it.
Nope. Arizona Territory isn't as bad as he lets on. Wells Fargo can handle their own troubles. Come on.
Well, that settles that.
Mr. Herb. Our man in bootjack is Fred Dodge. He's a husky blond boy with an Apache tomahawk tattooed on his left forearm. He's a member of Mather's gang, so let him make the first move to help you.
Right. Don't worry, we won't give him away.
Good.
You better check that bunt line with Virgil.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Bywater, could I trade you guns for a day or so?
Of course, it's a company issue, but it's a good one.
Thank you. Doc, I want Mr. Mather alive.
You'll be lucky to get him dead. This is not Kansas, Wyatt. Just climb on your horse and start to pray.
King of clubs.
10 of diamonds.
You know, that tomahawk still bothers me.
That? It's good luck for me, boss.
Luck of cards ain't been so good lately.
I got away from the Apaches, didn't I? Cut him.
Let him in. Dump it. There ain't no 5,000 here.
We cleaned out the stage, that's all of it.
No. You're holding out.
You call me a liar, Dave?
Yeah. And a cheat. The other boys, I want the rest of that money.
Yes, sir. Well, it looks like Mather had a busy week.
Yeah. You ride into town first. Check and see whether Mather's wearing a star.
Isn't that a technicality?
We'll take him either way. If he's wearing a star, it'll cause complications.
Why? Let's just ride into town and kill him.
Not unless we have to.
Wyatt, this is not Kansas.
I'll go in myself.
No. No, one man starts yelling Wyatt up, the whole camp will go to shooting. Besides, I probably have more friends in Bootjack than Mather has. May I remind you that most hoodlums like me? This is definitely a job for the scoundrel. So I will see you later. It's me, Whitey.
Yeah?
You know a Dr. John H. Holliday?
Mm-hmm.
He just rode into town.
Alone?
Yes, sir. He wants to start a faro game, he says.
Uh-huh. Doc and me ain't exactly friends.
All right, we'll run him out.
No. Doc knows too many people. We gotta play this smart. Come on in.
Hi, Doc. Hi, Doc. Remember me, Slim Gunniker, Amarillo?
Hello, Slim. Sure, I remember
I thought you'd be dead by now.
Red Dog Carnage. It's good to see you. Let's have a drink. Bartender, these are all fine friends of mine. I want to buy for the lot of them.
Have a seat, Doc. Come on,
I
Doc.
don't
Sit
mind
down.
if I do. Red Dog, what have you been doing with yourself? You're looking real healthy.
Oh, I've been around.
There you go, Doc.
Bartender, where is Dave Mather?
Well, he's in and out.
In and out. Well, I want to open a fair game here, and the boys tell me I should talk to Dave.
Well, I gotta get word to Whitey. He's Dave's right-hand man.
I wish you would. I'd be mighty obliged.
Hey, Doc.
Come on, Doc. Let me pour you a little drink.
What do you mean, a little drink? Yeah, that's the way it goes. Now, my last dental case was a longhorn steer valued at $300. Took 8 men to chloroform that steer, and then I found out he had an impacted molar. Well, when I told Lander, the owner, I was going to have to use a chisel and a hammer, I thought he'd throw a conniption fit. All right, excuse me, boys.
Doc.
Yeah.
Well?
Well, what?
How'd you get the tooth out?
Get it out? Son, I took all of them out.
Just what do you want here?
Well, nothing drastic. I just want to open a faro game, not rob the establishment.
Martha doesn't like you. Take my advice and get out of town.
What if I stay?
Somebody will accuse you of cheating, and you'll be shot in the back.
Well, that's right to the point. But why?
We have enough trouble. And you seem friendly with a lot of the boys.
Sounds logical.
I know Martha. Get out of town.
Well, I'll think about it. By the way, what name do you use other than Whitey?
Just that name.
Holiday didn't leave town. He's opened a big game at the Roadhouse. Go tell Lucas and Gennaro I want to see him.
Doc isn't here for trouble, boss. He knows you run this camp. If he wanted to fight, he'd come right straight to you, wouldn't he?
I don't want any chatter. Tell Lucas and Gennaro I want to see him.
Yes, sir.
It's tough luck, Red Dog. That tray is unhappy for you.
Wait a minute. I'm playing here, too, Doc.
What's the matter, Slim? Aren't you losing fast enough? All right, it's a 6 and pay a 6. Well, you're finally getting lucky.
Doc, you sure are lucky.
Well, that's why I'm in the business. There's a 4, and we'll pay another 4.
I'm going to try that queen one more time.
Hold it, Doc.
Let's see that deal box.
Sir, are you suggesting I might resort to some form of subterfuge?
I think this box is ready.
Fire! All right, everybody, just take it easy. Martha's in the shack. Go on, I'll cover you. Hurry up. Hit the floor!
He wants Mather. Come on. He's on the ropes around the place. Get around. Come on down, or if you ain't got a chance. Can you see him? No, he moved on the other side of the house.
You'll never catch him now.
Somebody turn him loose.
Well, never mind. Where's Doc?
Sounds like he's putting up a fight.
Stupids. We'll have to do it ourselves. Come on.
Hold it! Lift your hands. I said lift your hands.
You in, Doc.
That's better.
You had no cause to do that.
Never mind. Move toward the shack.
What are you aiming to do?
I can't think of everything. I forgot some cord to tie your hands.
Well, that's shooting down there.
Well, now, maybe it's 4th of July. Get inside.
Get back inside, come on! Sparks are flying in there and he'll set the place on fire!
Is that the trick? He's still on the roof!
All right, you men inside there. You throw your guns out on the porch and come out with your hands up or I'm coming in after you.
Mather and why do you take care of you, Earp?
Now, there's 6 men scattered around here with bullet holes in them. I'll take care of Matt. You men take care of your friends. That makes 7. Now get busy.
Kill him, Doc. He wasn't at Dodge with me.
I won't kill him. Can't afford to. Cartridges cost almost a nickel apiece now.
Apache tomahawk. Nice fella.
2 of these men need a doctor. Now go find one and bring him here as soon as I leave town. If you don't, I'm liable to come back here, and then 2 of you won't need a doctor.
Yes, sir.
On your horse.
You throw bullets around like a drunken millionaire.
They had me cornered. Don't you ever do your own fighting, Mather?
Doc ain't out of this yet.
Shut up.
I'm for hanging him right here in Bootjack.
No, he gets a trial. Besides, I want him to think about that rope for a few weeks. You're too kind, Dr. Holliday. You're much too kind. Well, we missed the wagons. Yep. About 10 miles ahead of us would be my guess. Well, we'll rest the horses here, make some breakfast, then catch up with them.
You aiming to feed Mather?
That's right. Come on, lie down from there.
Wyatt, where do you figure you'll find any John Laws in Arizona? I favor shooting him right now.
And I favor turning him over to a John Law, even if I have to take him all the way to Prescott.
No. You stand aside. Wyatt Mather's a no-good murdering skunk. Before we know it, we're going to have his gang from Bootjack on us. I'll ask you just once more. Step aside.
Doc, you are sick. Give me that flask. You have a drink first, Doc. And if you feel like shooting me, that's what you're going to have to do.
Why didn't you draw on me?
Because the truth is, I'm still fond of you.
You can stop hiding, Mather. I guess we're all bait for the buzzards now.
I'd rather die fighting beside Wyatt than against him.
Doc's right, you know. If Whitey and the Bootjack boys won't take me, other outfits will. There ain't no law in Arizona, Earp.
Yeah, I'm commencing to find that out. But at the moment, I'm concerned about brewing some coffee. That could be Earp's campfire. Now, let's get one thing straight. I want a chance to talk some sense into Earp.
He's a born Johnny Law. He'll never be nothing else.
Sure. But Earp and Doc Holliday could kill Dave before we got close. Now, how about it? You want Mather and some of us to get killed? Or do you want to try to make a deal first?
That makes good horse sense to me, Whitey.
I'm with you, Whitey.
All right. Now, fan out, and I'll do the talking.
Wyatt, listen. That's either Mather's boys or the Apaches you want to run for?
No. Let's get Mather in the rocks. Come on. Leave the horses here. Hold it! Hold it! Wait right here, but cover me. Hey, Earp! Wyatt Earp! I want to talk to you. We'll hold our fire.
That's Whitey, my best man. I told you he'd come.
Let's fight it out, Wyatt.
No. I'll talk to him.
Marshal Earp?
That's right.
I'm Fred Dodge at Wells Fargo. I can't give you any proof of that unless Big Bywater found you. If he did, a tattoo on my left arm is enough.
He found me.
Good. Then I can give it to you straight. You're never going to get Mather to a jail, and you'll be dead within the hour if you try. I'm sorry, but you'll have to turn him loose. I can stay undercover, keep close track of him, and continue my reports.
When are you going to turn him over to the law? You got all you need on him now.
As soon as there is a law. Right now, a handful of Wells Fargo agents can't do very much.
Isn't there any law in Prescott, Tucson?
One on a sheriff. And you'll never get Mather that far, even if you got him away from here. He's in cahoots with old man Clanton and that Tombstone crowd.
Well,
Mr. I don't lie to you when I tell you that outlaw gangs in Arizona are thicker than Apaches. You haven't got a chance of taking him in. We've stalled too long now. Give me Mather. My life depends on it. And so does yours.
all right, I'll turn him loose.
Hold your fire! He's turning Dave loose!
Doc.
Huh?
Maybe Whitey was lying to us. There must be some law in Arizona.
Well, I never heard of any. Why, do you ever hear the story of Death's Head Jones, the patron saint of Arizona Territory?
No?
Well, they tried to hang Jones 3 separate times, and each time the rope broke. Fourth time they tried to hang him, the devil appeared on the gallows.
Oh?
Devil said, boys, there ain't no sense trying to hang Jones again, 'cause I don't want him. Just send him to Tombstone, Arizona. Of course, it's only a story, but it might give you some idea.
Tombstone, huh? Well, I don't know what Virgil and Morgan are going to do, but I think I'll take a look at that little city. Yes, sir, I'm heading for Tombstone.
In Tombstone, a miner was shot in the back for a few bags of silver ore. Immigrant miners fought outlaw cowboys on Allen Street. Violence ruled Tombstone, which had but one peace officer. An effort was made to blow up the city jail as a gesture of contempt for the dirty politics in Tombstone.
All right, bring him out here. Come on, bring him out here, boys. Come on. Well, learn, you miners, to stay away from the bird cage. It's ours.
All right, boys, get to work.
Come on now, boys, stop it.
Miss Cash,
What are you trying to do, Denver? Start a riot?
just greasing feathers.
We'll get even.
Well, they sure will. Why don't you turn them loose, Denver?
The birdcage is our hangout. We don't want no dirty miners around here. The Oriental Saloon is theirs. They should stay there. Plaster them good.
All right, plaster them good and then have your fight. I'll get the hospital ready.
Get busy with those feathers.
There's some water for you, Candy.
Whoa, stranger. You have to pay me first.
What is it, champagne?
No, sir, it's my water. 2 bits a gallon. The trough belongs to the Oriental.
Where's the public trough?
Young fella, there ain't no free water in Tombstone. We haul this water from way down in the valley.
Way down the valley, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's a $50. Give me 2 gallons, huh?
Well, thank you, young fella. Oh, say, mister, how many horse swallows is 2 gallons?
Hold it, cowboy. Get your horse away from our trough.
This ain't exactly your trough, Mr. Grogan. It belongs to the Oriental.
You keep out of this, Powder. No cowboys allowed around the Oriental. It belongs to us miners.
I'm not a cowhand, friend.
Take him to the bird cage. That's where he belongs.
Mister, you shouldn't have done that.
My fight.
I'm next. All right, no more fight. Take my horse on over to the bird cage. Give me that! Give me that! Give me his fingers! Give me his fingers! Pour some water on him. He needs it. All right, boys, give us a hand. I'll take him out.
Oh, he's got an awful lump on his head. Give me a hand.
He's no friend of mine, lady.
You help me. Those miners will come out and beat him some more.
This ain't my fight, lady.
Denver! Denver!
Yes, Miss Flynn?
Oh, Denver, give me a hand with this cowboy.
Dr. Goodfellow. Thank heavens you're here. The fighting may start any minute.
Now, who is it this time?
The cowboys and the miners again.
Don't you ever give up, Nellie? Cowboys, outlaws, these miners. You're wasting your sympathy, and I'm wasting my time.
Oh, Jose, come and get this here, will you? Take the next bed right over there. Easy now. Take it easy.
Well, come in, come in.
You take a lot of time with this miner. What about the cowboy?
He'll have to wait his turn.
He's not in bad shape, Miss Clanton. That miner over there looks like he's got a broken rib.
The miners started the fight. I saw it.
You saw it?
He could have killed all four of them with his fists. That coward hit him with a club.
I should hold him till I can get back to him.
You look at the cowboy next, huh?
Cowboy, huh?
What do you think, Doc?
I'm afraid I'll have to operate on this one, Nellie.
But you said the cowboy's next.
All right, all right. Jose.
See?
Pressure bandage for this fellow's head.
See?
Doctor, you attend the miners, and a cowboy's turned over to someone else.
Miss Clanton, this cowboy hasn't even got a cracked skull. That miner needs surgery. Now, don't pester me. I'm busy.
Howdy. Where am I?
Tombstone. Well, this is Dr. Goodfellow, and I'm Nellie Cashman. I have the Cashman Hotel next door. You've got a wallop on the head.
You must be pretty handy with your fists.
For a cowboy. Usually you fellas are only handy with your guns.
Cowboy. You think I'm a cowhand, huh?
Our local paper calls you fellas cowboys.
Doctor, I'm not a cowboy. I just came town to try and buy some real estate. I hope those miners aren't too bad hurt.
Fractured jaw, busted rib. I should charge you for the operations, but you better leave town. You can't fight 3,000 miners.
Doc, you look tired. Why don't you go on in the hotel and have your dinner, huh?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Friendly old cuss, ain't he?
You gave him an awful lot of extra work today.
Miss Cashman, I didn't start that fight. I was just trying to water my horse.
Well, those miners had just been greased and feathered by cowboys, and you're a cowboy, so it doesn't matter who started it. What's your name?
Well, I seem to remember Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones. Well, it suits me. Mr. Jones, you'd be doing me a favor if you left town.
Why?
Because I'm trying to stop a big shoot-up between the cowboys and the miners.
Miss Cashman, I'm not a cowboy and I'm not a miner.
You're dressed like one. Emma Clanton had a Clanton rider bring you in here, and she says you're a cowboy.
Well, no. And by the way, where's my horse?
My stable?
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Just leave Tombstone. Emma's probably rounding up that Clanton gang right now. They've just been itching for an excuse to raid this town, and I'm afraid you're it.
Where's your marshal?
It's an old man.
What about the sheriff?
His office is in Tucson. That's 90 miles from here. Well, there isn't any law here, Mr. Jones. No law at all.
You have a room for me over at your hotel?
Yes, but... Mr. Jones, you ought to leave Tombstone before sunup.
The Clantons need a better excuse than me. What about the miners? What are you going to do about them?
Well, Mr. Gert is the biggest mine operator here. I could talk to him.
Well, then I'll think about leaving town. You seen my boots?
Oh.
Thank you. When'd you first start being the peacemaker of Tombstone?
I wouldn't say I'm that. I just happen to like it here, Mr. Jones.
A lot of people tell you this is a pretty rough town. And it is. But it can be a fine place to live. People around here just need to realize that there's room for everybody here without anybody being taken advantage of.
Miss Cashman, you're quite a lady.
I know how you feel, boys, but I'll tell you this. If the Clantons come to make a fight, I'll unlock the company guns.
What about that cowboy?
If you think he ought to be run out of town, go ahead. But no company guns.
Yes, sir.
Papa, he can fight. He put 3 miners in the hospital with his fists.
Most likely I'll hire him.
Don't hurry. Nellie Cashman will turn him over to the miners. The boys should ride into Tombstone and help him.
No, it ain't sensible to make a big fight with him. Just set up a holler for a real Johnny Law at Tombstone. If this cowboy can shoot, baby, you hire him on the spot.
He wasn't carrying guns.
Maybe he had to sell them for grub. Take him a couple of mine.
Thanks, Papa. Can I start now?
At night?
Well, I was just afraid that maybe...
Em, honey, I promised your ma you'd be raised a lady, and by the holy, you've been raised a lady, and no lady rides into Tombstone after dark.
All right, Papa. Morning, then. Night.
Night, baby.
Who's there?
Nellie Cashman.
Come in.
Mr. Jones, there's been a lot of ugly talk amongst the miners. Won't you please get out of here before it's too late?
Miss Cashman, I'm afraid it's already too late. Take a look out that window. Necktie party?
They promised me they'd let you leave. Now, I don't know what's happening. They're wearing guns. Maybe you better stay here in the hotel.
Has Tombstone always been divided between the miners and the cowboys?
Afraid it's not that simple, Mr. Jones. You see, the cowboys are what we call insiders. That means that they're inside the 10% ring that boss this territory. And the Clantons are with them, so they're insiders, too.
And what about the miners?
Outsiders. They want a decent town, and they fight against the 10% ring and the Clantons.
Where does your marshal stand?
Fred White's out of town. No, Mr. Gird's still our best chance. He can control the miners if...
Miners all around the hotel. Papa loaned you these guns.
So you are a cowboy?
No, Miss Nellie. But I've never been run out of town.
All right, give me half an hour. Mr. Gird.
Oh, Miss Cashman.
Mr. Gird, you promised me that you'd let him leave town.
You didn't tell us he was a Clanton gunslinger.
But he's not. I'm sure he's not.
Didn't the Clanton girl just take his guns into him?
Yes, but... What do your men plan to do?
The Chief White isn't here, so we're going to take him to jail ourselves. I won't have my men being beaten up by a Clanton.
If he is a Clanton man, you know he won't stay there 5 minutes.
I can't control my men unless I make the effort. Now you tell Jones to come on out here unarmed and surrender to me.
It's Nellie. It's all fixed. You surrender to Gerd, he puts you in jail, and then one of Clanton's judges gets you out of jail.
I'm sorry.
Well, then would you at least try to get out of town?
All right, I'll hear that much.
Come on, follow me.
Miners?
They're waiting for you. There's an old mine shaft down in the cellar. You could follow the drift to the edge of town, and I'll stall them for a few minutes until you get a head start.
Right.
Oh, you wait here. I'll send Jose with a lantern.
Thank you.
You go left the first stope. Turn right and follow narrow drift.
Thank you.
Left to edge of town, senor.
Who's that behind me?
See.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones? I wonder where he could have gone.
Down the mine stoop in your cellar. But we'll get him. Now, I know you mean well, Nellie, but you keep out of it.
All right, you two boys go in this one and start towards Allen Street from here.
Come down here and you get a bullet.
Don't shoot. You might hit Tad or Mike.
Jose, put him in the last bed, will you? Take it easy. Take the bed over there. Easy. Jose, can you get this man?
Mr. Gerd, you and Miss Nellie are fools. Besides these men, how many has he killed?
None we could find, and we can't find him either.
Now, Doc, Mr. Jones is a decent man. After all, he could have killed 15 or 20 men.
Decent? If he had 1 ounce of decency, he would have killed them. Now I've got to work all day extracting 45 slugs.
My company will pay you, Doctor.
I don't need money. I need time.
Wyatt, what are you doing, mining or fighting?
I've been fighting.
Where have you been and where are my guns?
I got them right here. Is the fight still going on, or did you get selfish?
What, with 3,000 miners? You want to do some fighting, there's still plenty left. I'm going to go and try and find Dick Gerd. He's the head of the miners. He ought to be over at the hospital. Well, you hang on to those guns, they're Emma Clanton's. Yeah, you were right, Doc. This is the meanest town I ever saw.
Sure empty this street. What do you got against Dick Gerd?
You could have called the miners off, being as that he runs them.
Does he know who you are?
No, he thinks I'm a cowboy. Wait here, would you?
Don't worry, Sam. You'll be back in action in no time.
Mr. Gerd, I'd like to talk to you outside.
You? I'd like nothing better.
Mr. Gerd, if you want to go on with this fight, you're going to be next. Now, when I came into this town, I was unarmed and alone.
Clanton is never alone.
Emma Clanton? Looks like I'll have to introduce you, gentlemen. Dick Gerd, I want you to meet Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp? In Dodge City?
Look out!
Well, you're Wyatt Earp, all right. I'll tell my boys the fighting's over.
Come on, you ain't hit that bad.
Maybe it's just begun.
What makes you think so? We miners made a mistake about him. We won't bother him again.
Can you vouch for the Clantons, too?
They won't start anything without a reason.
The deacon has the miserable character of a man who can't turn his back on evil, and Tombstone is evil.
Well, Doc, I ain't going to be here that long. I figure they'll come in from that end of town.
Why do you need me for this?
Well, they know you're here. They'll be expecting you to help me. Now, we need to be on both sides of the street, so they're going to have to fan out.
Well, it's a good trap, Wyatt, but it'll only work once. You'll never have a better chance to thin out the Clantons. Sorry I can't help you.
You still insist on killing them, huh?
It's a matter of principle. 2 men, even us, couldn't take care of a dozen Clantons on Allen Street without using your scheme. Even the Apaches couldn't have thought of a better one. But I know you'll waste it by just winging a few of them. This is art, and it revolts me to see you perverting it to a mere moral lesson. Good day, sir.
So long, Doc. Tombstone and his discovery of the brutal lawlessness there convinced him that it was no place for his brothers or himself. The Earps would be outsiders in a town and county dominated by the corrupt political ring who were called the Insiders. Wyatt was sick to his soul of fighting, and to wear a star in Tombstone would be, he foresaw, his own death warrant.
Yeah. To Virgil and Morgan Earp, Prescott, Arizona Territory. Tombstone, no town for us. Leaving for Prescott immediately, Wyatt.
I wouldn't use the expression leaving immediately.
Doc, you're out of character. I'm the one supposed to give you good advice, remember? Send that right away, will you?
But you can't leave immediately, Mr. Earp.
Why not?
Well, our chief special agent asked me to tell you he'd be here at noon. He wants to see you.
You tell him I'm leaving. You get that off right away.
Yes, sir, but...
Mr. Earp will be here till noon. I'll bet on that.
Wyatt.
Miss Cashman, Mr. Gerd send you to argue with me?
You know I never listen to honest, well-meaning people. The fact remains, you wouldn't get 10 miles outside of this town without being bushwhacked by the Clantons.
Trying to scare me?
Watch yourself.
Hey, Doc. $50 on Earp that he lasts 10 miles.
It's a sucker bet, Doc. The Clantons ain't even got word of it yet.
I don't bet on a friend's life.
Well, he ain't our friend, and we've already bet.
Look out.
You didn't have to kill him.
He was sent here to kill you. Deacon, if you won't accept the truth about Tombstone, leave it like a frightened dog.
Who's there?
It's Nellie Cashman and Mr. Gerd.
Door's not locked. Come on in.
Good morning, Marshal.
Good morning, Miss Cashman.
You remember Mr. Gerd?
Sure. Good morning, Mr. Gerd. Fighting still called off?
Yeah?
Go ahead, Mr. Gerd.
Well, our town needs a man like you, and besides, I don't want any more of my men in the hospital.
Marshal, the other miners have appointed Mr. Gerd here to talk to you for them.
Go ahead.
Well, we've sent for Sheriff Scheibel over at Tucson, and we want him to appoint you as his special deputy here in Tombstone. Now, hold on a minute, mister. Let me have my say. We feel that,
We all set, Papa. Now can we go?
Just hold it, Finn. We haven't got the word from Emma yet.
It's her, Papa. Word's all over Tombstone.
We don't move on gossip. I put this in the boot, Finn, and will you put your hat on?
Yes, Papa.
what route can you take? Clanton's cowboys control every water hole from Old Mex to the McGowan.
That's true, Marshal. You wouldn't get 20 miles.
Dr. Holliday has a lot of friends around. A doc and 6 good guns, I could make a run for it.
I'm afraid the Citizens Council doesn't exactly approve of Dr. Holliday.
Well, they don't, huh? Well, Dr. Holliday just now saved my life. Yesterday, you and Miss Clanton had to help me. Now, I'm beholden and I don't like it.
Then make your own fight with the Clantons here.
If I do that, will you let Doc and me handle things?
Yes. Now, I know that the council doesn't approve of Dr. Holliday, but after all, he and Wyatt are good friends, and besides, Doc's mighty handy with a gun.
All right, all right. Anything to keep you from riding into ambush in the desert.
Thank you. Now, look, if the Clantons do come into Tombstone...
We shouldn't ride into
Just a
Tombstone.
girl, what do you know about
Push up,
fighting?
Finn. You two are.
Thanks, Papa. Earp and Holiday are awful good in a fight.
But we can take them.
Maybe and maybe not. Why don't you wait for Brocious, Ringo, and the McClowry boys?
She's got a point.
All we want is Earp. You said yourself not to make a big push on Tombstone. Only get them to Hireland a lot of Johnny Laws.
Yeah, I did say that.
I'm thinking of the family name, Papa. No point in going into Tombstone and making a play you maybe won't win.
Maybe, you ain't so worried about us.
What you mean, Ike?
I'll tell you what he means. Earp's a right good-looking fella, so now maybe Sis...
Emma! You're a lady!
He's as good as said I'm stuck on Earp.
Finn, you apologize.
Oh, Papa!
Apologize.
I didn't mean it.
Just same, 'tis a good idea to stop Earp's clock from ticking. Hush up. We're riding into Tombstone. Emma, you got too much Clanton in you to get stuck on a Johnny Law.
I most certainly have.
Just the same, you might be able to set him up for us.
What do I do, Papa?
Tell you inside. Move 'em out, Finn. I'll catch up with you.
That's Allen Street. Figure they'll come in from that end of town.
Why do you need me for this?
Well, they know you're here. They'll be expecting you to help me. Now, we need to be on both sides of the street, so they're going to have to fan out.
Well, it's a good trap, Wyatt, but it'll only work once. You'll never have a better chance to thin out the Clantons. Sorry I can't help you.
You still insist on killing them, huh?
It's a matter of principle. 2 men, even us, couldn't take care of a dozen Clantons on Allen Street without using your scheme. Even the Apaches couldn't have thought of a better one. But I know you'll waste it by just winging a few of them. This is art, and it revolts me to see you perverting it to a mere moral lesson. Good day, sir.
So long, Doc.
Clanton.
Pop isn't coming after you. I talked him out of it.
Why?
We just don't want to stir up a hornet's nest in Tombstone. After all, it's our town, and there's no sense in getting it bloodied over one John Law.
I'm not a John Law now.
Why don't you apologize to Pop about what happened in Dodge? He can always use a gun like you.
I'll think about it.
Let's walk someplace, huh?
You want to show me Boot Hill?
You think I'm lying to you.
No, it's just that I have to stay close to Allen Street.
Why?
Well, I'm expecting some friends.
All right. We'll walk on Allen Street.
It'll be an honor, man.
Come on, let's get a move on. We've got 5 more of these rat traps to set.
Well, it kind of looks like you're trying to protect me from something.
Oh, sure. Another woman.
Well, the only other woman I know around here is Nellie Cashman.
That hymn singing busybody.
Would you like to sing hymns?
Not since Papa quit making me go to Sunday school.
Miss Clanton, you're a strange mixture. Your father's just about everything that's wrong with Tombstone in this part of Pima County. He's a rustler and a killer.
Stop it.
And you can't make up your mind whether you're a sure enough Clanton or whether you're just a girl that happened to be born a Clanton.
You're wrong about Papa. He doesn't rustle. He doesn't have to. There are thousands of stray cattle from old Mexico.
I still think your papa's coming into town to gun me.
That's not true. He asked me to hire you right now.
No thanks.
Then I'll ride with you to Benson. You can catch a train there.
What if I say no thanks to that, too?
Then you deserve whatever happens.
Just walked with Emma Clanton up Allen Street.
She's still with him?
No, she just left town, and mad.
Couldn't set him up, huh? Is Wyatt still out there?
Yeah?
You go tell Dick Gerd that Wyatt'll be on one side of the street and I'll be on the other. You got the miner station in the shafts?
Sure, but I thought you and Earp had a fight.
Nothing unusual about that affair. Wyatt and I are always having fights.
Yes, sir.
Hold it, boys. It looks like Nellie Cashman. Finn? Morning, Miss Nellie.
Mr. Clanton, I'm asking you to turn back.
Will you take an Earp side?
This isn't a question of taking sides. You and I haven't always agreed on everything, but we've never actually taken sides against each other, now have we? Why don't you turn your boys back before a lot of our people get hurt?
Well, this is a personal matter, man. The town won't get shot up none, as long as the miners don't mix in it.
But the miners will mix in it, and you know they will. You're starting something that could finish Tombstone. Won't you change your mind? I'm sorry, Mr. Clanton. Sorry for all of us.
So am I. So am I.
Good day.
Good day, Miss Nellie.
Let's put the horses up, boys. We can take him better on foot.
Stay on your own side, Deacon. You wing him or stay out of it. Just as you say.
Hey, Papa, Doc Holliday.
2 guns against all of us. Shut up. Spread out, boys. Make yourselves a small target.
That's enough, Doc. They're whipped.
Just one more, Wyatt.
Hold it, Doc. Hello, Fred. Charlie.
Looks like you boys been having yourself a time.
Want you to meet Wyatt Earp from Dodge, Sheriff Scheibel from Tucson, and Marshal White.
Derp.
Derp. The Clantons came into town after me. They're holed up in the Oriental Saloon, what's left of them.
Go ahead and arrest them.
No, not yet, Fred. Mr. Earp, I suggest we go in the jail and talk about this whole situation.
Not me. I haven't had breakfast yet. See you later, gentlemen.
Thanks, Doc.
Not at all, son. Hey, Joe. Pick up those wounded cowboys and take them over to Miss Neller's hospital. The minute my back is turned, old Clanton does this.
Ease off, Fred. I want to explain a few things to Marshal Earp.
That's Mr. Earp, Sheriff.
Oh, no, it isn't. Washington didn't accept your resignation as Deputy United States Marshal. Read this.
Charlie, I want to arrest old Clanton now.
Keep your shirt on. Just arresting Clanton won't mean a thing. See, Marshal? All you can do now is refuse to serve.
Marshal White? Yeah? We caught these men in our mine. I want them locked up for trespassing.
Right this way, Mr. Guard.
Fred's gonna get himself killed.
Shouldn't the Clantons be arrested?
Not by Fred White, no. He's only a fair hand with a gun. Here's a deputy star. If you want Clanton arrested, pin it on.
Sheriff, all I want to do is leave Tombstone.
All right. I'll get a posse and escort you to Benson.
No, sir, I don't need a posse.
That's the only way you'll get to the railroad alive.
I can't do that, and you know it. Sheriff, you're dealing from the bottom of the deck.
Yes, I am. The Citizen Safety Council here needs good young peace officers. You're young and you're good.
Well, Mr. Earp, worked out pretty well. Too bad Clanton caught on so fast. But you can arrest him at the Oriental.
Mr. Earp doesn't like the idea, Dick. None of it.
I told Miss Nellie we couldn't force him.
It's not that. Now, you got a crooked judge in this town, name of Griscom. Marshal White, he arrests hoodlums, throws them in jail, and the judge lets them go scot-free.
That's going to be fixed, Marshal.
When?
Special election.
Yes, we have a man, Wells Spicer. With him on the bench, you can throw hoodlums into jail and be sure they'll stay there.
No use, Dick. We'll have to find another chief deputy.
Johnny, I'm going over to the Oriental. The old man's only got 3 or 4 men left.
No, Mr. White.
What's that? You mean you've been appointed my deputy?
That's right. I'm going to arrest Clanton. You let me do it as a personal favor, huh?
To get you, I'd do a lot of personal favors.
Hey, Mr. Gert, is there a way underground through the mine shafts to the back of the Oriental?
We'll find out. Come along.
Marshal, can I borrow that sawed-off shotgun?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Neat. See you later.
Good luck. What do you think, Fred?
You give me Earp and then ask me what I think.
He can't win. The Clantons and the 10% ring of Tucson can't afford to let him win.
Dirty Yankee trick. That's what it was. Trap holes in Allen Street. Now I ask you, is that fair?
No, it ain't.
I'm telling you, us from the South is making our last stand right here in Arizona territory. And no blue-bellied Yankee from Illinois is coming into Tombstone and pulling more sneaky tricks.
All right, put up your hands. Lift it. All right, you Clantons, face the bar.
This won't do you no good, Earp.
I said face the bar, Mr. Clanton. Raise them high. Mr. Clanton, you drop that gun belt. Reach for the buckle. Put your hands back up. Rest of you, lift them high. Mr. Clanton, I don't want to have to hurt you. We're all going to take a nice walk to the jail. And you boys go for your guns. I'm going to cut Mr. Clanton right in half.
You do it too, boys. Watch yourselves.
Let's walk.
Case dismissed. Pick up your guns. Sorry you were put to this inconvenience, Mr. Clanton.
That's all right, Judge. You didn't have nothing to do with it. Johnny Law, I'll give you till sundown to get out of Tombstone.
And you, Deputy, you better be just a little more careful after this. Mr. Clanton and his cowboys are good, honest citizens. Just remember that, sonny boy. Oh! Sheriff, I charged this man with bodily assault.
You arrested him, Judge.
I wish you'd do that.
I'll help you, Wyatt. But I'll never wear a star.
You have to wear the star. I'll deputize you only when there's trouble.
Me or Johnny Law?
That's right. But you don't have to wear the star. You can keep it in your pocket.
If anybody ever called me Deputy Holliday, I'd kill him. By the very sound of it, just about...
Marshal Earp! Papa wants to know if you're leaving town by sundown.
Well, you tell him no, Miss Emma.
You're a fool. Do you want to leave in a coffin?
I haven't ordered one.
Oh. And as for you, Dr. Holliday, you keep associating with him, and you'll get it too.
The star, please. Just drop it in my pocket.
Hold her right there, mister. Who are you?
Deputy Sheriff Earp, Tombstone.
How many men did you bring?
She's
Probably got a posse hiding in the brush. What are you doing here?
I have a warrant for Mr. Clanton. Charge of horse stealer.
You think you are going to arrest Mr. Clanton?
The old man ain't home. There ain't nobody home.
When will Mr. Clanton be back?
That's his business. Now you push on back to Tombstone pronto.
Mister, I don't like to have a gun pointed at me. You cock that rifle and you won't hear it click.
Judgment, Wyatt made his decision to serve as Chief Deputy Sheriff of Tombstone. In fact, as historians have pointed out, Wyatt was trapped in Tombstone by the threat of Old Man Clanton to bushwhack him if he left, and by his own stubborn bravery.
He's hurt.
You know him, Doc?
Mm-hmm. Herm Ritter wanders around the territory trading horses. A vigorous outdoor life makes men like him indestructible.
He must be indestructible. 3 slugs in him. Lost a lot of blood.
Means nothing. They never die till the sand begins running out.
Mr. Ritter, who shot you?
Where's Fred White?
Herm, this is Marshal Wyatt Earp from Dodge City.
Earp? No joking. What's an honest man like you doing in the Arizona Territory?
We shanghaied him. Tell Earp who shot you, Herm.
The Clantons. Who else? Ran off 20 head of horses. A whole string.
Where are the horses now, Mr. Ritter?
I can answer that. In Old Man Clanton's corral. Right, Herm?
Yeah.
Herm Ritter, you been in a gunfight?
He got bushwhacked by the Clantons.
What? I have a recurring dream. I dream that Old Man Clanton's under anesthetic and I have a knife in my hands. The knife slips and I wake up. I wonder what Hippocrates would say. Now, I'll see you in about an hour.
Oh, Doc.
Huh?
It's all right to give him some water, isn't it?
Yeah, not too much.
Here you are, Mr. Ritter. Not too much now.
I'll do it.
Thank you. I'll write out a warrant.
Good. Mr. Gurdon, I'll help you find a posse.
No, Miss Nellie.
Don't joke, Wyatt.
I'm not joking. I gotta get the horses first. A warrant's no good without evidence of theft.
But you can't go out there alone.
It's the only way I can go out there. Mr. Ritter?
Yes, sir.
I want you to take your time, but I want you to tell me everything that happened.
Wyatt, excuse me, Mr. Ritter, but I'm morally responsible for this man. Now, take Fred White with you. At least swear in some special deputies.
The more men I take out there, the less chance I'm going to have of finding those horses. I'm going to find them, and I'm going to arrest Mr. Clanton.
And they'll simply shoot you down.
He's Wyatt Earp, sure enough. You go back to your hotel and don't worry about him, Miss Nellie.
All right, I'll go get Doc Holliday. Maybe he can keep you from committing suicide.
Miss Nellie sweet on you?
She's sweet on the whole human race. That's her trouble. Now, let's start with the description of the horses,
There are 4 roans.
Hurry up, or he may be gone.
Madam, I don't intend to argue with Wyatt.
You mean you're going to let him ride to certain death?
Miss Cashman, Wyatt Earp has been riding to certain death for the past 5 or 6 years. The good Lord has his own plan for each of us. But I intend to get mortal help.
Hold her right there, mister. Who are you?
Deputy Sheriff Earp, Tombstone.
How many men did you bring?
He's probably got a posse hiding in the brush. What are you doing here?
I have a warrant for Mr. Clanton. Charge of horse stealing.
You think you are going to arrest Mr. Clinton?
The old man ain't home. There ain't nobody home.
You fellas guarding an empty ranch house?
Boys had some trouble down at the border. Old man Clanton and his sons went down to help out.
When will Mr. Clanton be back?
That's his business. Now you push on back to Tombstone pronto.
Mister, I don't like to have a gun pointed at me. You cock that rifle and you won't hear it click.
Sholto, Frenchie, you stop that.
He threatened us, didn't he, Frenchie?
Oui.
I know Mr. Earp. I'll talk to him.
Oh, he's on the payroll, eh? Why didn't you say you were an insider?
My business is with Mr. Clanton. I'll be happy to talk to Miss Emma.
Sholto, you two go to the cook shack and make some coffee.
Yes, sir. Come on, Frenchie.
You came down alone?
The 20 horses in your corral. They belong to a Mr. Rutter.
Oh. For a minute I thought you'd decided to work on the inside, but I see the star now.
Your papa gave me no choice. I came in here alone because I figured you folks wouldn't shoot at the law.
We never have. We haven't had to. Walk in. No ambush.
Well, that's mighty comforting.
Allow me.
Of course you have a warrant.
Mm-hmm.
But just put it on the table. When Papa gets back, he'll turn himself in to Judge Griscom.
I've met Judge Griscom. He's one of your men. I wouldn't take a horse-stealing case to him.
You're not very bright, are you? Don't you know Papa has a bill of sale for those horses? And hasn't it occurred to you that Papa and the boys just might be back by sunup?
Miss Emma, I never claimed to be bright. A fellow with sharp intelligence wouldn't have worn one of these for 9 to 5 years.
You sit down. Let me tell you something about life in Arizona Territory.
Yes, sir. I have lots of time.
All right. Now, in the first place, the Yankees run the government at Washington.
Hmm.
But we run the government in Arizona. Mr. John C. Fremont is the carpetbagger in charge. Nothing sensible about it, Mr. Earp. This isn't Dodge City. It's still a wilderness with Apaches and tough men. Papa had to be tough.
Well, I wouldn't try to turn you against your papa, no matter what he's done.
You don't get the point. Billy's a kid away at school. Finn's all right with a gun, but Ike is windy. They're no help to Papa. He had to hire gunslingers to help him with his cattle business.
Miss Emma, the Army's going to round up all the Apaches. Honest law is coming to Tombstone. Now, where's that going to leave the Clantons?
We can't quit.
Why not?
Brocious, Ringo, the McLowrys, Swilling, Spence, the 10%ers in Tucson. We all just drifted into this together. If what you say is true, it'll be wide open war.
Not necessarily for you, Emma.
Oh, yes. I love Papa. What happens to him happens to all of us.
Isn't there some young man that you'd like to marry?
Well...
Somebody that would take you away from Arizona? I'm
sure you've had many offers. Or am I being too personal?
Why are you so interested?
Well, I don't rightly know.
There's a way to find out. Take a job with Papa. Join the Insiders. Then I'd be interested. That kiss was just to find out something. You feel sorry for me. Well, I don't need that. I'm a Clanton, and that's all I'll ever be. So save your pity. Sholto, Frenchie!
Frenchie went down the road to warn your old man.
Take him.
Hold it. Drop it. Leave it alone. Get over there. Now sit down. I said sit down.
I don't take orders from you.
I'm sorry, Miss Emma, but I'm going to have to hold you as a hostage. If your father's close enough for Frenchie to find, there may be a little trouble.
Plenty for you.
Stay right there.
Who is it? Doc Holliday. I want to talk to Luke Short, McMasters, and Johnson, personal. Howdy, Luke. Sherman? Turkey Creek?
I thought it was a ghost.
You should have been dead long ago, Doc.
You know, I heard they buried you up in Deadwood last winter.
Have a drink. Unless you have some scruples about drinking with a ghost.
Not me, Doc.
You all know Wyatt Earp. He went up to the Clanton Ranch to arrest old man Clanton, alone. I know that ain't very bright, but I said he went up alone.
That's too bad.
He's probably dead by now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I met up with the Border Patrol, talked to the sergeant, and he said that Clanton and his men were going to steal some Mexican cattle along the Purtlerville line.
Well, there'd only be the four of us, Doc.
I told you Clanton isn't there yet.
Still ain't enough.
You owe me $800, and you owe me $950. You got the cash? Luke Short, you owe Wyatt Earp your life. Fast guns, but slow pay.
Watch your temper, Doc.
You cheap welchers. All I'm asking you to do is risk your worthless hides.
Mr. Clinton! Mr. Clinton!
Mr. Clinton, you have a visitor. A Mr. Wyatt Earp. But Miss Emma, she is stalling him. You see, she take him into the house while I make the coffee. Meanwhile, she talks to
Hold
the
it,
general-
Frenchie. Where's Sholto?
He is on guard outside.
Papa Earp's a fool. He rode right into it.
They'll never find his grave.
Hush up, Ike. I'm studying this. No. Earp ain't no fool. He wouldn't ride onto my place, serve a warrant all by himself. Where's the posse at?
No posse.
I told you Papa Earp is a fool.
Oh, we'll see. Ike, you and Finn circle a home spread from the north and the east. The rest of us will circle but south and west. We don't flush a posse. We'll move right in.
Yes, Papa.
And take him, Papa?
Kill the varmint.
Sun up, Miss Emma.
I've got eyes.
I was thinking we could tie up Sholto and go fix yourself a little breakfast.
You'll never get any of our food unless you steal it.
What a temper. I've decided not to use you as a hostage if that's what you're so upset about.
Maybe you're tired of living.
No. I just don't think that your papa would kill a lawman. All he has to do is to ride into Tombstone with me. We'll soon find out.
Papa, I don't want to fight here. You make a run for it, and I'll stall Papa and the boys.
Miss Emma, I came here to serve a warrant, and that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, don't be foolish. I'll hide you. Shoulder won't say anything. He knows what'll happen if he does.
That ain't the reason, Miss Emma. They can take Earp, but he'll kill your old man. Maybe Finn and Ike before he goes down.
That's right.
Emma! Sholto! Something's wrong, boys. Lie down.
I'll scream and warn Papa.
You just take it slow and easy. Come on.
Mr. Clanton.
Shut up. I have a warrant for your arrest, Mr. Clanton.
Well, you back in the law business, Sonny?
He is wearing a star, Papa. Now, don't you go to shooting any stars. You know what'll happen.
You keep out of this, Em. Go on back in the house. And you boys, I'll tell you when.
Papa, all you have to do is ride into town, and Judge Griscom will turn you loose. Now, you know that's more sensible.
You're a lady. I don't want you mixed up in this. Sholto, take her in the house.
No, listen. You can kill him, but he'll get 2 or 3 of you.
And you'd be first.
Take her in the house.
This is just plain stupid, Papa.
Maybe Em's right, Papa. We ain't never fired in the law.
You hush up or run if you're scared.
Hush up, both of you. What you accusing me of?
Stealing Mr. Ritter's horses?
Well, that settles it. Boys.
Throw him down or fight. Shoot him in the back, Wyatt. He ain't worth killing front ways. Holiday, McMaster, Short, and Johnson. I ain't in this play.
No doctor can fix a broken spine.
Papa?
Don't try it. Help Mr. Clanton on his horse. Now, you boys let your guns cool a little while.
They don't want the horses, they want old man Clanton.
Put him in front of the rock. No more shooting! You hear me? I said no more shooting!
Send one of them down here.
Hey, boys. Ike up there?
Yes, Papa.
Send him down.
Hold your fire. I'm going down there.
Keep that low.
This is a fool play. Can't take Papa into Tombstone now.
I'm doing it.
No, you aren't. You'll be fighting every 100 yards.
How many boys you got, Ike?
Enough. And there's more between here and Tombstone.
Don't be silly, Earp. You got the horses. Turn me loose.
I favor killing him. Sure, they're bluffing, Wyatt.
I don't know that they are.
No bluff, Sonny. Too many guns. He'll just pick you off.
I think you're right, Mr. Clanton. Let him go, Doc. You can pick up your horse later. Mr. Clanton, any more shooting? We'll shoot you down when you scatter.
Try it.
Just hold in, Ike. This ends it for this time, far as I'm concerned.
Papa!
They could have killed me before you all boys got here, and I ain't saying I'm beholden to no Johnny Law neither. And if an Earp stays in Tombstone, there's gonna be a sure enough war. No use in me getting killed in the first skirmish.
You're a fool, Wyatt. You've turned your back on too many killings. Old man Clanton's found out your only weakness.
No Doc's talking sense, Wyatt. There's kill or be killed in this Arizona country.
Look, I don't believe in shooting prisoners. Bringing those horses in is enough for now. Let's catch up with McMasters and Luke.
Why, it's got Herm Ritter's whole string back. Now we're getting someplace.
You think so? Those Clantons aren't whipped yet. Not by a long shot.
Xin chào mọi người. Ở video trước mình đã hướng dẫn mọi người móc xong được 3 sợi tóc của hàng móc thứ 10 thuộc phần tóc của búp bê Gocho. Thì đến với video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn mọi người thực hiện tiếp đến những sợi tóc tiếp theo của hàng móc này nha. Móc tiếp sợi tóc thứ tư thì trước tiên mình sẽ lên 8 mũi bính nha. 4, 5, 6, 7 và 8. Tiếp theo mình vòng lại và móc một mũi đơn. Sau đó móc tiếp 6 mũi nửa kép. Mỗi chân bính thì mình móc một mũi nửa kép và cứ thế lặp lại cho đến hết dây bính nha. Sau khi đã móc xong được 6 mũi nửa kép thì mình bỏ qua 2 châm mũi và móc vào châm mũi thứ 3 này. Một mũi móc trượt. Sau đó lại móc tiếp sang sợi tóc thứ 5 nha. Mình cũng lên 8 bính, sau đó vòng lại và móc một mũi đơn. Tiếp theo là móc 6 mũi nửa kép. Ba, 4, 5 và 6. Tiếp theo mình lại bỏ qua 2 châm mũi và móc vào châm mũi thứ 3, một mũi trượt. Mình tiếp theo là lại lên 8 bính nha. 4, 5, 6, 7 và 8. Vòng lại để móc sợi tóc thứ 6 nha. Móc một mũi đơn. Sau đó là móc 6 mũi nửa kép. 2, 3, 4, 5 và 6. Tiếp theo bỏ qua 2 châm mũi và móc vào châm mũi thứ 3, một mũi trượt. Sau khi móc mũi trượt xong thì mình lại lên 8 mũi bính để móc sang sợi tóc thứ 7 nha. 6, 7, 8. Đến đây vòng lại móc một mũi đơn. Tiếp theo số chân bính còn lại thì mình móc toàn bộ là mũi nửa kép nha. Mỗi chân bính mình móc một mũi nửa kép và lặp lại cho đến hết dây bính. Sau khi móc hết dây bính thì mình bỏ qua 2 châm mũi và móc một mũi trượt. Như vậy là mình đã móc xong được 7 sợi tóc của hàng móc thứ 10 rồi nha.